Salute, salute to everybody that's gonna be pulling up. We live. Welcome to the Bullets Gotti Show 2.0. This is the Cloth Talk, as you know. This is, me, OG Victor Gotti. You know what I'm saying? Big Ump. He about to pull up. We gonna talk about it. Um, Yesterday we talked a little bit about it, but today we gonna get in depth in this whole Mysonne thing. Because at the end of the day, man, a lot of these dudes, man, is frauds, and whether people like it or not, they hold these platforms and they get these voices and they out here, harming the community. You know what I'm saying? They out here doing the community filthy. They out here getting rich while the community is still struggling and starving. How can we sit here and support people that basically don't even help out what's going on, don't even save the babies out here? These dudes is taxi cab rappers, and they supposed to be preventing violence, but these dudes got a history of saying they gangster but woke though. They out here saying that you know, they the spokesman of the streets, and they out here condoning, they like to say, oh, we not condoning sucker shit, but they doing sucker shit. They is being suckers. They is doing sucker MC shit. They is uh copying and pasting other people's stuff and then they regurgitating what people doing. And then they got the nerve to be on these platforms trying to act like they so much of a leader. I just don't understand it. But make people understand it to me. Make y'all understand it to me. Because I really don't understand how these dudes can get the title of being community activists or community leaders or whatever they want to call themselves. Because I can't see it. If somebody robbed a taxi driver, a man that's provided for his family and got the nerve to be crying about, oh, I was wrongly convicted, and then he's asked the question, okay, well, if you had these people to do it, wouldn't you want people to come and admit to what they did? And he try to, say, oh, that was my karma and all that. Like, stop it, dude. Stop it, dude. Stop it, dude. You did horribly wrong, and you did horribly wrong. There's no way in hell as a man you can say you didn't do horribly wrong. You did. You went out there, you robbed, and you did people wrong. But yeah, man, make sure y'all smash the like button, man. Let's get these likes up, man. Welcome to the Bullets Gotti Cloth Talk. That's what this name of this podcast is. It's called Cloth Talk. So if y'all don't know, now you do know. And anything that we do on Cloth Talk is we speak from a perspective of what people don't speak from. You know what I'm saying? We talking from a outlet of facts and not fiction. So, you know, I'm just waiting for my co-host to pull up. As soon as he pull up, we gonna get to it. Um, how you doing, Bams? What's up with you, love? How you been feeling? Yeah, man. Make sure y'all smash the like button, man. Share this. Make sure y'all smash the like button. You know, I'm glad, people is pulling up. I'm glad y'all able to catch Clove Talk. You know what I'm saying? I won't be doing Clove Talk Friday because I'm gonna be out of town. But I will be doing Clove Talk soon as I come back in town. I'm chilling, Pams. I'm chilling, Queen. Nicole, how you doing, beautiful? I'm chilling. But yeah, I will be out of town this week. This week and this weekend. I'll probably be back in town probably Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, Monday or Tuesday. I'll be back in town. So I gotta go out of town for a family situation. But I will be back. I'm coming to Florida. I'm gonna come to Duval. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I come to Florida, right? I come to Florida, right? You gonna have to keep me away from all them crazy niggas in Duval County. But I'll definitely come to Florida though. I'll definitely come out there. All right, Beams. I'm good. I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. First aid trainings. Yeah, he was a bozo. He was a bozo, nigga. Yeah, definitely. Shout out to CLW, Manny. Shout out to her. Yeah. Oh man, my son, baby. Mm. Hold on. Mm. Baby. These niggas is crazy on YouTube, man. I saw y'all favorite dude, Hassan Hill, man, getting pressed out here. It's crazy. Jason, what's good, family? How you? How you, Jason? Salute to you, man. That's my brother right there, Jason, man. Jason Reels Network. Make sure y'all support Jason channel, man. Jason a good, solid brother. You know what I'm saying? He be talking like me, man. You know, that's my guy. You know, definitely one of them one of them good, solid brothers, man. Yeah, definitely hit that like, share, and subscribe. We need that. Soup bone, salute, salute. Make sure y'all smash that like button. You know what I'm saying? We need this in the algorithm. So when y'all show love and y'all hit that like button, it helps the algorithm. And I want y'all to understand this, right? When y'all don't see me on the Bullets Gotti Show 2.0, I will be on the new channel, Hell in the Cell podcast. So make sure y'all pull up the Hell in the Cell, Unk in the building. Let's get
What's going on?
ain't shit, Unk, ain't shit. I was talking about the whole Mysonne thing, Unk, and I was like, yo, dude been copying everything you been talking about, huh?
Who, my son?
Yeah, my son. Yeah,
My
my
son?
son. Yeah, my son.
I know he ain't come out looking like me. He got the big gonzo nose and and something going on with his lips and stuff that's looking crazy. But that's my son. I don't know. I think the service you there? Oh, there they go, messing with the service. Is they messing with the service? You there? I can't I can't hear you if you speaking. Let me see something.
Yeah, I'm
What
back,
happened?
I'm
What
back.
happened?
Somebody was calling me. That's what happened.
Oh, that's what happened to me the other
Yeah,
day.
yeah. Somebody was calling me. But nah, my son was like, he out here copying everything you doing, and then he out here getting mad that people call him out and pulling him to the carpet. That's crazy,
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Because at the end of the day, like, be a man and say that you admire, Like you admire what Unc stands for, his whole get up. Don't be out here trying to fraud and act like you was giving the information and that's what you do. Stop it, man. And the thing I don't like is he came in my
Mhm.
comment section earlier talking about get off my dick and all that. You supposed to be an activist. You supposed to be for the people. You telling people to get off your dick when you was watching us and what we was saying up here on this platform. So it
I
mean
told
you want everybody else joint.
I told him he needs to have Tamika Mallory get off that joint. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm
That's who.
saying.
That's who probably need to get on it because ain't nobody else on it. You look like Gonzo. Like if they had a contest between you and Jigga, who's the ugliest, the camel or the Gonzo, that would
Yeah.
be crazy because you ugly dude. You're a
That's a
real ugly
fact.
dude, man.
That's a
You know.
fact.
But
That's a fact.
I mean, and the only reason I'm saying that because you know how when dudes get a couple dollars, they be thinking they the joint. You got to let them know you're ugly nigga, B. And
Fact.
Big said it. Big said it. I'm fat, black, and ugly as ever. However, I stay Gucci down to the stock. So
Yep.
Big knew what it was, but he's like, man, I can't change my look. I'ma just be a fly, ugly nigga.
Facts. Facts.
This
Facts.
this dude is just a sucker MC.
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah.
he is. He's a
Yep.
sucker MC, biting niggas
Mm-hmm.
style and swagger jacking. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Find your
Mm-hmm.
purpose and living your purpose, man.
Facts.
Word.
Facts, and that's what I don't get. Like he getting mad because he getting exposed, and the video is doing views right now on Instagram. People is liking it, and people is seeing like, dude, your whole idea came from OG Gotti. It came from Victor Gotti, man. You can't be out here saying you was gonna get brothers together, bro. That's not you.
You
We
would
have
have been
never
to
heard you
that.
say that.
You would have been to
Facts.
that. You trying to party. You and Chi Ali is you trying to party. You're not trying to get brothers together. Brothers can tell you on record that I got brothers and get together. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? From 129th Street, from St. Nick Projects, from Lincoln Projects, from Drew Hamilton. I brought brothers together. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You just having conversations with dudes. You're not saying, hey, yo, brother, we should go over here 30 deep and talk to the young dudes over here. Whatever. You're not doing none of that because that's not you. That's not your character.
Nope.
You're not going over there by yourself and you're not getting 30 other brothers for you to go over there and do it.
Mm-mm.
Especially if you ain't getting no check or nothing out of it. So stop it, man. Stop
Yep.
it, man.
Yep. And like you said, like who he brought to the Million Man March?
I
Like
don't
who
know.
he brought? Who he brought?
I
Like
don't know. Like I said,
You can say who you brought. Who you brought? You can say who
I'm
you brought.
I can put them on. I can put them on live. You know what I'm saying? I'm like I'm open to have a discussion. Like if you want to, it ain't no problem. Let's have a discussion. But also with the discussion, let's bring some facts. Let's bring some evidence. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
people can talk your head off all day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let's bring some real evidence.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
That's a
know,
fact.
so
That's a
that's
fact.
my whole thing is you in the way, move out the way so other brothers who are coming home who have a mindset of not uh sending young brothers back in there, letting them know they was tricked 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, or whatever how many years they did that they was tricked. And don't allow
Mm-hmm.
nobody to trick you, you know what I'm saying, into a trick bag for you to be doing time in prison or jail. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Those are the
Mm-hmm.
brothers that I want around me, not the brothers, yo, I want to form you and let you know he a rat. What did he rat about? Drugs? What did he rat about? Killers? People hurting and harming? What did he rap about?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, that's something to glorify. Like, okay, let them all keep doing what they doing because they gangster. Like, come on, man. The stuff that be saying out of homeboy mouth, like he want to fit in with rappers, he want to fit
Yep.
in with gangsters, and then, like you said, he want to be Sharif.
He want to be Sharif.
Like, stop it, man. You only got to pick one. You only got you got to pick one and over because everybody who tried to be a rapper and a gangster, they weren't successful because
Mm-hmm.
then you have to live up to that, and now you find yourself in jail.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then you say, you was innocent, you had to protect yourself. Don't call on that energy.
Yep.
I'm gangster but woke. What you do, gangster? You put a bottle to a cab driver and robbed him. You allegedly had a firearm and robbed a cab driver. Like, what did you do, gangster? I don't know nobody that was on any rides with you. Like,
That's
come
what I'm
on,
saying,
stop
man.
it. Come on,
That's
you wasn't in the whip with nobody. Like, stop it,
facts.
stop it.
Facts.
You got people coming in saying you was extorted up north. No, I don't know none of this stuff is true. I
Yeah.
don't know that, but it's just
Yeah.
the whole case that you got people that's really trying to discredit your character like that.
Yep.
Because guess
Yep.
what? Even if a person don't like me, say, you know what? I don't like homie, but I know homie get down. I don't like homie, you know what I'm saying? But homie, he put in that work for his community, for his family, for whoop de woo. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's what real solid dudes do. They don't try to break your character down. They just say, I don't mess with homie, but I don't got nothing bad to say about him.
Mm-hmm. I just saw a video on just how real it is, and I'm about to post it up on my Instagram where
Hmm.
he's on 125th, and I told you about the other joint when him and Trife was out there and they was in the Jimmy Jazz. But the second joint I
Hmm.
just saw, this was look like in the summertime. He on 125th, and the dude and him arguing. The dude said, "Yo, you a jailbird, my nigga. You was a clown." Dude was
Hmm.
screaming at him, said, "Yo, you was a clown." And I always gonna keep calling you a clown. He said, "Yo, put your camera down and I'ma smack you." Like, what's all this? You supposed to be an activist. You supposed to dudes, if they respect what you standing for, you wouldn't have to say you gonna smack somebody.
Hmm.
You know, you wouldn't be on platforms with a man telling you, "Yo, do you support the LGBTQ?" And then you gonna say, "Yeah, yeah, they my allies." So we already know you ain't for us. You already know who you rocking with because you said it on platforms. You stuttering and dancing around questions and people asking you
Hmm.
questions and you
Hmm.
dancing. So you as a man, you don't know what gang you with because it's about the bag to you. When these shape shifted dudes that be 1 minute they on some conscious stuff, and next minute they want to be around the gangsters, and then if they want to be around the money people, they start talking the money talk. It's
Yeah.
like, come on, bro, cut it out, man. It's either you got a message or you don't, and that's what
Yeah.
I don't like about dude.
Yeah, because look at the end of the day, Wallow at Charleston, 607. All of these guys are still respected by dudes who in that lifestyle. That's not in the lifestyle. That's
Mm-hmm.
corporate. That's because these guys have their own characteristic and personality. They're not being something outside themselves. Charleston White let you know if you come around and play with him, try to hurt him, he got something for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's not. I'm gangster and woke and like he's not doing none of that. And then he know the laws that if I do have to do something to you or protecting myself, I know the
Mm-hmm.
law that I stand that I'm gonna stand on
Mm-hmm.
to protect myself with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
And
know,
it's like,
I
and it's like, sorry to cut you off, sorry to cut your
uh,
wisdom, and it's gonna go with what you were saying. Like, it's like when brothers talk against the street culture, he always the one champion and try to shoot brothers down and say, "Oh, them dudes is agents, them dudes is police. We don't need them dudes in the community, man. You supposed to be standing next to your comrades and all that." And not telling the kids the truth. And now this is why you see these young boys crashing out. This is why these young boys ain't respected,
yeah.
like you said. These OGs, because these dudes is listening to dudes like him that sit up on a pulpit and say, "Yeah, this is how you gotta go." Don't listen to Charleston White. Don't listen to 6 7 Don't listen to these
Mhm.
dudes because we gonna speak against these dudes so we can shoot these dudes down and what they kicking to us so they don't have to hear this and hear what I'm saying that you gotta be gangster and woke. You gotta tell dudes about, "Oh, that dude is a snitch and we gonna shut this down and shut everything he talking because he did bad." Come on, man.
And that's mixed messages. It's just like the young little sister that got killed over there in Brooklyn. No, what's that? Yeah,
Hmm.
Brooklyn, right? And the
Brooklyn,
other
yeah.
brother got killed, and the brother got killed in Queens, the young brother.
Queens, yeah, yeah.
So you telling them if they know who the killer is in that community, don't tell.
Yep.
That's the message that you giving them. Don't tell. Like
Don't tell.
no, if you involved in criminal activities, ain't nothing gonna come out of that but death in jail. It ain't
Facts.
no, oh, we protect criminals. and shake hands with criminals and hug criminals and salute their
Mm-hmm.
criminality.
Mm-hmm.
No, no.
Mm-hmm.
If there is an underworld, the underworld is not to be talked about or glorified.
Facts.
You don't glorify the underworld. That's why it's a world of silence. That people that's in that world, they don't walk around with that on their shoulder. Yo,
Mm-hmm.
I got keys. I'm a shooter. I, I deal drugs at nighttime. That's not something that they talk about or glorify. So if they do get caught or whatever, it's because of their negligence, or either they told other people or people seen what they did or done. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This guy, because he did 7 years, he wanna be a part of that. I no, you did 7 years because you was a taxi robber, you was a fool,
Facts.
and
Fact.
you would even be more stronger if you even commit to that. Like, I was young, I was dumb, I had a contract waiting there for me, but I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
wait. Look what happened.
Yep.
Max B went through that situation. People,
Mm-hmm.
even though you still got a contract, or about to sign the contract, or you doing little shows, dudes still be hungry. So some of
Yep.
these dudes, they take penitentiary chances.
Yep. Yep.
They take
Yep.
penitentiary chances.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
evidently, the label or whoever you wasn't dealing with, you wasn't valuable to them, that they allow you to get railroaded. And that's kind of crazy, because labels
Yep.
use have agents, they usually have lawyers, attorneys, entertainment law, and there's someone or somebody that can assist you in that situation, in those
Fact.
situations. But you can get on here and tell a lot of people who may not understand how law works, how the streets works, or how
Mm-hmm.
politics work, and they saluting, yeah, yeah, my son. But I know how things go, and if you were valuable to that label, even in Max B situation, he had an entertainment lawyer that tried to help him. Even if he
Yep.
didn't have a criminal lawyer, he had somebody try to assist him and help him in his situation. How come you
Mm-hmm.
didn't have anybody? If
Yep.
you was with all of these guys from Violator and all of these other places,
Yeah.
and come on, man, come
Hey,
on, man.
this is how I know like what you said is so true because when Shorty asked him in the interview about the time he did, like she said, like you couldn't give up who did what or what or if these was your friends, they couldn't even help you out. And he tried to dance around the question, like, oh, that was my karma. I was in the streets and I did what I did, so maybe that was my karma. That was your karma, dog. You said you had a promising career. You said the plea deal that you had was 1 year. You said if you pled guilty, you was facing 1 year.
Hmm.
1 year in prison, you said. So you took it to trial, you lost, faced 7 years, cried in the court, did 7 to 14, came home with seven, and then you was bitter that your career never went nowhere. So you had to get the next hustle, which is I'm gonna be an ambulance chaser. I'm gonna get my Al Sharpton on. And because you did that, and now you got this rising career, now you talk about I'm wrongfully convicted. So if you was
Yeah.
wrongfully convicted, it's brothers every day that's winning lawsuits with the state of New York, Central Park Five, you name it. They get
Hmm.
millions of dollars for being wrongfully convicted. You telling me that you couldn't find anybody to go out there and say, yo, I did that crime, that was me. He should have never did that time and get your record expunged like everybody else that was wrongfully
Hmm.
convicted. But you
Hmm.
sitting up here telling us that basically you was an innocent man. So if you was so innocent and you connected with all these high-powered politicians in the city of New York and your man's is the mayor, he could clean your thing right now. Have had any district attorney in the Bronx, Darcel Clark, to clean your record right now and say, listen, this man's being lied to. We need to get his record clean because he's wrong. He was wrongfully convicted. So you
Hmm.
telling me that you can't do that? And you want us to
Hmm.
believe that you was wrongfully convicted, that you wrongfully did 7 to 14 years, and that basically that they gave you a plea deal of 1 year? You had to do what they
And
claim that you did, bro.
and then you come home, and that's not your platform. If I
Yep.
was wrongfully convicted, That would be my platform when I'm going when I come home, is to
Facts.
help other brothers and sisters with their cases who are wrongfully convicted in there,
Facts.
who are
Facts.
wrongfully convicted now. That wasn't your thing. That wasn't your thing. It's like old boy that you be,
Mm-hmm.
that you be going that, what I'm saying. Let me switch it because I don't really like talking about old boy
Yeah.
because I want the best for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Mm-hmm.
like Cassie. If
Mm-hmm.
Cassie, whatever your name, if you were assaulted, all of those type of things, why not donate something to domestic violence? Why not go to a domestic violence center and speak?
Facts.
When my
Fact.
cousin Mark got murdered, I dedicated to my life of saving young children and saving people and helping people and assisting people. That's what I did. If I would have got falsely convicted of a crime that I didn't commit, I would have came home, dedicate my life to that. If I'd
Facts.
have came home from prison and didn't get a job or couldn't get a job, I would dedicate my life to reentry programming. So you
Mm-hmm.
usually dedicate your life into what your purpose is. This is why he all over the place. You want to be a rapper, you want to be Sharif, you want to be old dogs. He all over the place.
Facts, 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 and then he want to get on his platform and he want to call everybody out. He want to call Gucci Man out. He want to call this one out. You want to call everybody else but yourself out. So when people
Yeah.
call you out to the table and say, "Yo, dog, you supposed to be for the community. What you worrying about what a rapper going through or what's going on with this one when you need to be checking about what's going on with your personal life? Why is it that when you want your computer that you gave to your kids, they find out stuff in the computer with you an old girl? Like this is stuff that you need to talk about, brother. Like you need to tighten up.
Tighten up, baby. Tighten up, baby. Tighten up, baby. Tighten up. But it's I mean, that's how these dudes are because they wasn't raised right. He always talking about how people were raised. My OG's gonna vouch for me. And they not even call OGs to me. These is my
Hmm.
big brothers. These are people who set roles in front of me to show me what not to do because they were incarcerated, because they had fed bids, because they were locked up. So they didn't want me to
Hmm.
perpetuate the same thing that happened to them or what they did or done. So they always gave me the head nod, like, you know what to do. You're not gonna go right. You're gonna go left. You're not gonna go
Hmm.
left. You're gonna take a few steps backwards to reevaluate your next few steps. Those
Hmm.
was the people who I was around. Those the
Hmm.
people who helped contribute to the part of raising my thought process of how I move. Him,
Hmm.
he just became in a position where he was selected. Him and Tamika Mallory selected to be our leader. Ain't none of us in the community voted for none of them. Ain't none of us in the
Nope.
community said we're gonna push them and they are the voice for Bronx or Harlem or this and that. No, it was corporations and companies came together and said, okay,
Yeah.
Alice getting old. We need some more young suppressors.
Yep.
We need some more suppressors, because you have the oppressors and then you have them as the suppressors.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm a
Yep.
Jedi, and Empire is about to strike back because the
Yep.
return of the Jedi is back.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And that's why I like when me and Unc was talking before we even did cloth talk. We was talking about this couple months back, and Unc was like, "Yo, it's time for me to come back outside because I'm seeing too much of this sucker shit going on." And Unc was calling it out, and to see now they getting intimidated. They see Unc too much outside. They see Unc out here put his foot on their necks, and they don't like it because they know how Unc is coming, and they know he the truth. They know he
Yeah.
going. He know they not coming with that bullshit.
And you know what it is? It's going to be like how the Feds is paperwork party. You're going to have to come and show your receipts. You see, Charleston White called out D1. D1
Yep.
said, you know what, brother, I really don't do this because the people know. But guess what? Let me show you these receipts, brother. I'm happy to. This is what I
Mm-hmm.
did here. That's what I did here. Look at me right here with all the kids and this and that. I did a free concert over here. I fed the people over here. I'm like this. Yeah, D1. Yeah, D1. And I'm saying, yeah, Charleston, because I know when two men come together, that's a line that's doing the same work,
Mm-hmm.
powerful things happen. Powerful
Mm-hmm.
things happen when two men
Mm-hmm.
can sit at a table and talk and
Mm-hmm.
reconcile that they on the same purpose and they have the same mission, saving these babies, creating community, restoring our village. Then
Mm-hmm.
we know that the work is being done. We know that they're from the same cloth and we at the same table organizing the same things, but in different spaces and places at the same time. So salute to
Mm-hmm.
Charleston White and salute to D1.
Yep, yeah. Salute to D1 and Charleston White because we needed that. We needed that in the culture. We needed that because what D1 showed and what Charleston White both showed is that yes, they could do all this stuff on social media, but when they turn that social media off, they're going to them community centers. They going to them juvenile hall detention centers. They going to talk to the babies. They got the programs in the community. So they ain't capping what they saying. Everything is
Mm-hmm.
official. These dudes, they talk. They got a gift of gab. They say, yeah, I got this, I'm doing this, and I'm doing that. But they only come when it's news cameras out there and it's for the press. If it ain't for the
Mm-hmm.
press and it ain't no bag involved, you will never see
Mm-hmm.
these dudes. They'll be taking trips to Miami, taking trips
Yeah.
out the country, doing commercials, doing freestyles, being around rappers at parties. This is what these dudes is doing. They want to be the living the life of the celebrities, BET Awards, Grammy Awards. These dudes ain't cared about the community. They want to live the celebrity lifestyle. Cause they ain't never had that lifestyle when they was doing whatever they was doing. My son ain't never seen that type of lifestyle being in a rap game. He ain't never so now he getting to live what he already wanted to live as a rapper, but he couldn't live it as a rapper because now he could live it as a fake social activist. Let's
Mm-hmm.
keep it real.
I
Let's
mean,
keep it
my
real.
my my son is definitely an actor. My son is definitely an actor. You know, he's definitely an actor. But the thing is, people are tired. People that are in the community, people are who live in NYCHA, people who, people tired. In that gangster woke stuff, he's gonna have to stand on that. He's gonna have to stand on that because their babies are being killed and murdered. And sometimes, like I said in my first joint with you, sometimes they just need somebody to have a conversation to stop
Mm-hmm.
them from going to the next block, from stop
Fact.
them from going to the next project. And that's why I love to meet them where they at. He never talked
Mm-hmm.
to a dude with a 45 on him about to run down on a block. And I'm like, come on, man, just think about that. This
Mm-hmm.
thing that you about to do can get you life in prison. Are you ready to do life in prison because a person said something about you, or because a person uh uh took your girl from you because you wasn't doing the right thing? You know what,
Mm-hmm.
OG? You right, man. You right, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's just those simple conversations and things like that can help you
Mm-hmm.
prevent a crime from happening. He don't got no
Yep.
experience in those type of things. His experience coming from talking on the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Talking
Mm-hmm.
on the microphone, and that's it. He, he he's
Mm-hmm.
he's he's not going into these institutions, these spaces and places as Mysonne, Lennon, or whatever it is, and breathing life into these kids. No, because he can't do that because there's so much life that haven't been breathed in him.
Mm-hmm.
You are from the tree that you fall from. He fell from the Al Sharpton tree. Him and Tamika Mowry. So all they know
Mm-hmm.
is poverty pimp. All
Mm-hmm.
they know is poverty pimp. All they
Mm-hmm.
know is talk, no
Mm-hmm.
execution.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to tell 100 brothers, yo, come over here and do this with me. All I need to tell 100 brothers, you ready to make some changes?
Mm-hmm.
You ready to change some life?
Mm-hmm.
You ready to restore some communities? That's
Mm-hmm.
it. Because
And,
a general already have a plan. When it's
yep.
wartime, he already got a plan.
Yep. And you know that's so true, because like when I saw that video that happened on 107th in Amsterdam with the little young girl, and I said, if the energy was different in the streets, none of these things would be going on with these young
That wouldn't have
boys
happened at
wilding out.
all.
That would have not been happening. These young boys would have understand, yo, you don't do that type of shit. You know, these type of things, you don't laugh when you see that type. You prevent that and stop that. So it
Yeah,
don't get any further. And because it's no real solid men out here, all these dudes, like you said, they want a poverty pimp and they want to be on the social media and they ain't in these trenches. They ain't talking to these young boys. So all these young boys they got trauma, they got rage, they got anger in them, and they wilding out. They don't care. They ready to risk it all. They ready to kill, hurt, maim, do whatever because they ain't got nothing in their pockets. You understand what I'm saying? And they gonna take something from somebody. And these
yeah,
dudes out here that's boasting about, yeah, I'm for the hood, I'm for this, I'm for that. Y'all don't even live amongst these dudes. Y'all not
at all,
around them 24/7.
at
Y'all,
all.
y'all, y'all scared to even face them and look them in their eyes as a man and say, Shorty, I know what you going through. We gonna change that. Y'all don't want to have no conversation, no real talk with them and sit down with them and chop it up with them and break bread with them. Y'all rather just be like, if it ain't no bag involved and ain't no cameras around, I ain't
Hmm.
dealing with it. So y'all already showed that y'all scared and y'all cowards and y'all a bunch of hypocrites. Y'all want to
Yeah,
call things out. Y'all want to call things coward culture, but y'all ain't providing nothing to change the culture. That's why people calling y'all out because y'all create these problems and y'all make excuses. And y'all know y'all been making excuses because y'all been making the problems. You know, y'all show in y'all interviews.
and that's why I say he's uneducated. He will understand that we are at war. This is a
Mm-hmm.
chemical and biological warfare. The things that they
Mm-hmm.
put in the food, the things that they put in the alcohol, the marijuana, the
Mm-hmm.
medicine. So a lot of these young boys who are snapping out, either they snapping out because they have a chemical imbalance, they have mental health, they have substance abuse issues, they have all
Mm-hmm.
of these things. But my son, he cannot see any of these things because he wasn't trained with mental health. He wasn't trained with substance abuse. He wasn't
Mm-hmm.
trained with what is happening in our community, far as the foods that we're eating,
Mm-hmm.
the sodas that these kids are drinking, the high
Mm-hmm.
fructose corn syrup that's messing up the brain, the sugar that's
Mm-hmm.
messing up the brain. So he calling
Mm-hmm.
it power culture, and I understand a lot of these kids are babies of crack parents, are
Facts.
babies of Molly parents. So
Facts.
your grandmother was a crackhead, your mother was a Molly head, and now she
Mm-hmm.
produced at you, and you doing K2, or you smoking weed, and you
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be doing it. It's causing a chemical biological effect in your body that will probably make you hallucinate.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Or make you want
Facts.
to be over aggressive to anything that you feel that's weakening you or
Mm-hmm.
smaller than you. So we dealing
Mm-hmm.
with all of these type of things. Everybody ain't just a coward. Some people
Mm-hmm.
are dealing with underlying mental health issues that he don't even know about. Shit, he may be dealing with it. If
Mm-hmm.
he lying talking about he had $1 million deal and he could have copped out and got 1 year and now he wrongfully convicted. Come
Mm-hmm.
on, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's
You
what I'm
robbing
saying.
people. You robbing people with broken bottles, man. Stop it.
That's what I'm saying. And the sad part is, these dudes, they celebrate. Like I said, he was promoting a birthday party. He was promoting something with him and Chi Ali. Now all of a sudden it's about, oh, we doing something for the community. Oh, we about to get the brothers together because we got a coward coach out here. Instead of you saying, yo, we got a solution that need to be solved out here with men and let's
No
fix it.
solution.
You want to call brothers cowards. You ain't saying, yo, I see the problem that's out here, systemic problem with this drugs, the alcohol, the mental health issues. Let's fix these brothers and let's heal them. Let's see what went wrong. So
Yeah.
they don't have to crash out. They don't have to be in these make these prisons more richer. So we can help them and get them on their feet, get them something, learn what they got a love for, so they could heal themselves through any type of passion or if they want to write music or do poetry or they gotta or they know how to draw. Let's show them something better than that. But you just get on the platform on your bully pulpit and say, oh yeah, this a coward culture we got out here, and these dudes ain't men, and I'm getting all the real men to get these suckers and these cowards out of here. Man, come on, bro. Miss me with
because
that, man.
that's the mental health for him right now. That's the
Yeah,
gangster part of him. That's the
yeah.
gangster part of him. And then the next minute he gonna turn into Sharif. So
Yep.
like, stop it, man. These kids are going through some things that you cannot see with a microscope glass. You got to be
Hmm.
spiritually and passionate enough to breathe life into them to help be a part of their transformation. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? And
Hmm.
that's something that he can't do. That's something that Tamika Mallory can't do.
Hmm.
These guys, and those, and that lady, like I said, they just mislead and misguide our people because they've been selected.
Yep. Yep. And you said
They've
that
been
like
picked.
when you was and you said that when you was at the Million Man March and she was the main one stopping what you was doing. You know what I'm
Trying to get me
saying?
on stage early. Yeah.
Yeah, you called it out with TIK to Harlem, and you was the main one calling tip out, and then she tried to stop what you was doing. Like, come on, man.
The
How you gonna
same
stop
thing.
somebody for holding somebody's foot to the fire?
And
If
even
you
more,
come on.
and even more, nephew,
Mm-hmm.
they wanted to do a march. They couldn't even do a march. I had to be the one to put the march together of the family of the young brothers, who were murdered, and things of that nature. Because when you go inside the National Action Network, there are people in there, 50, 60 and older. 50 is being
Mm-hmm.
good, 60 and older. And then the kids who do come in for the little thing that his daughter was doing, these
Mm-hmm.
kids are good kids.
Yep.
These are not at risk or high risk kids. These is good kids. So you
Mm-hmm.
putting children in there just to say you got youth in there, or children, but the youth that should be in there is in the park smoking,
Mm-hmm.
or on the corner. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Or
Mm-hmm.
or doing something that's not productive. Those are the
Yep.
ones that be in there. So I'm kind of glad that that building have to move, and they
Yep.
building something else there, because that was just a distraction. You come every
Yep.
Saturday, you do your little live Zoom or whatever the hell you doing there, but it's not reaching the people it's supposed to reach. You got people
Mm-hmm.
in there, you got elders in there with wheelchairs.
Yep.
No, it should be some youth in there, and the elders
Yep.
should be giving wisdom to them. But you got number elders in there who who who
Mm-hmm.
who who, who contributing like they giving tithes and offering, and you ain't doing nothing.
Yeah. They
You
doing
know,
what the church do, huh? They doing
it's
what
the
the
same
church
thing,
do. It's
and
the
that's
same
why
thing.
and that's why he a reverend. The reverend don't got no church. So anywhere he
Mm-hmm.
go, he collecting coins and dollars and cents, and you know what I'm saying? When
Mm-hmm.
you could have got a building really placed there and ran some structural program and some job readiness and opportunities for people in our community. But
Yeah. Yeah, they don't
poverty
want to do
pimp.
that. Yeah, poverty pimp. They don't want to do that because it's too good for these dudes. Like you said, they remind the poverty pimp, get people riled up, get people angry. They know to play on the people's emotions. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Especially if somebody lost a loved one through, police or just lost somebody from somebody in the street. They know how to play
Yeah,
on the emotions of the people. So
yeah,
they come around because the cameras is around.
yeah.
Oh, we're gonna put the money up to get this such and such person off the street. But they 1 minute they talk about, oh, we not working with the police. We not doing this. We not snitching. We gonna do this. But they ain't policing the community. They ain't even policing the community. Like
Not
they
at
not even
all.
coming out the community and say, you know what? Let's just change it up a little bit. Let's stop. If you gonna do negative in the community, man, you can't be up out here, man. You gotta go up out there with that bullshit. And
Yeah,
and and they not even doing that. They talking and then they come around just to get fat, rich, and they been doing
yeah.
this. Sharpton been going to Sylvia's and having these corporations go to him, kiss his pinky ring, and he eating at Sylvia's and he getting multi-million dollar deals and getting he's still on NBC. Why? Because he's starting NBC. They can't take him off
Mhm,
there because if they take him off, he gonna say, "Yo, y'all being racist." You understand what I'm
mhm,
saying?
mhm.
But he ain't never once said, "Yo, let me get a young brother and let me intern a young brother that might want to be a journalist or want to do this interviewing thing and bring him on the platform and show him to do his thing." You ain't doing that.
He's selective, man. They would have never put Malcolm X on CNBC. They would never put Bobby Steele on CNBC. They would never put
Mm-mm.
Matula Shakur on CNBC.
Nope.
They know who to put on there because they are all a part of the program. It's the program to distract. If
Mm-hmm.
that dude can stand on the corner and I just say, "Oh, he doing this and he doing that," and I don't have a solution,
Mm-hmm.
that conversation is going to last forever. We don't want a
Yep.
conversation to last forever. We want a solution.
Yep.
We want to have this conversation today so we don't have to have it tomorrow. But
Facts.
guess what? They keep the conversation going. Keep talking about
Mm-hmm.
the same old thing. How many times we gonna protest and rally and this and that? How come we don't have our own schools or institutions or buildings? We got some of the most millionaires in America that are
Mm-hmm.
that are indigenous or melanated. How come
Yeah.
we not pouring into that? And like I
Yep.
said, even if Charleston cannot do programming like he
Yeah.
used to do this and that.
Yeah.
Every time he come to a city, he contribute to programs. He
Yeah.
contribute to children. He
Mm-hmm.
contribute to mothers. And that's
Yeah.
the same way with me. If I can't come to New York and do some programs, I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing something over here. I'm saying, yo, he go $50, he go
Mm-hmm.
$100, or whatever it
Yeah.
is I can contribute at that moment in time.
Yeah.
If I'm getting 3,000,
Yeah.
he go $800. Give him two, you give him
Yeah.
two, you give him two, you give him
Yeah.
two. So we have to know how to pour back in ourselves. If you
And
saying that nobody is going to help us but us, we got to pour back into ourselves.
fact, and you so right with that, because like you said, we got so many millionaires and billionaires. Why is it that only Puff was the only, I would say, billionaire that had a school in Harlem? You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying? The only
yeah.
one. People talk about Puff and say whatever they want, but Puff has always been about the community and the children. And he showed his receipts. People don't even talk about that. They talk all about the sex this, sex that. But before he went to jail, before he got found guilty, he had a speaking engagement to speak to the youth. So that just showed you right there, he poured to the youth. And all these other dudes that say they for the community, say they for the hood, they ain't did
Mhm.
nothing that Puff did or Bill Cosby did. A lot of y'all that got money, that celebrities, should be doing what they did for the community. A lot of y'all do it for tax write-off and then say, oh yeah, I did something. But y'all don't really do nothing for the community. Y'all do that to shut the people up.
Yeah,
Y'all ain't really
yeah,
performing for the community. And we know who's the ones doing it and we
yeah.
know the ones that's not doing it.
Listen, it's all see. People got to pay attention. People don't pay attention. If you pay attention, you will see everything that's happened. You see the brother in the Bronx, Romeo. He's
Yep.
feeding the homeless. He buying kids coats, marmots, boots, leather jackets. That's how
Mm-hmm.
you do it. So if it's
Facts.
Instagram, YouTube, or whatever, pouring in money, making money, he can buy a kid a marmot. He can buy a kid some boots who don't have no clothes. So salute to
Facts.
that brother Romeo. And
Shout
that's
out
the
to him.
stuff. That's the stuff that I'm talking about. And he's from the Bronx. People
Yep.
know him. They see him. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? When they see
And
him, they
my son, help
recognize and
that
hug
brother
him.
out. My son, help that brother out because he from your borough. Help that brother out. Help
He
that
ain't
sister
helping nothing
out.
now. And
Yeah,
help
he
that
ain't
sister
helping
out
out.
on Third Avenue, who's a
Fact.
veteran who was on drugs and cleaned herself up, and now she helping other homeless people out there by giving them hot meals and things of that nature. Right there in the Bronx, Third Avenue. So that's what I'm trying to
Facts.
say. The work is being done, even if you only can contribute all once in a while and not all the time, because you don't have to give your money all the time. You work hard and this and that. But if you can
Mm-hmm.
contribute and say, you know what, I was going to spend this joint at the club tonight, he go 300.
Yep.
Feed them people out here. I'm gonna come out here and say a couple of words to y'all, man, and wish y'all some things. Let me know how many men you got out here because I got a bunch of clothes that I don't wear no more or I'm too big for, so I can give out a bag of clothes out here while you feeding them. My girl got
Facts.
clothes. My girl got clothes size 8. I'm gonna be out here with a bag of clothes and we gonna give them out. I'm gonna try to do that every 3 months or something like that when I got
Yep.
time, when I'm not speaking or doing my podcast or whatever. All it takes is a little just like that. You don't got to be
Mm-hmm.
stationed there every day because a
Mm-hmm.
mover is a mover. A shaker is a shaker. I'm not going to be in one place every day and I'm not going to commit to being at one place every day. So, but this is what I can do I got a gang full of clothes. I got 30 pair of sneakers that I don't wear, a size 10. My son got some sneakers there. Line them up and let me know how many people wear these sizes, this and that. And we're going to come out there and give out some clothes. We're going to feed some people. And then we're going to do this again in the next 90 days or something. Because you're going to be out there every day because that's your thing. You station. But
Mm-hmm.
here's a few dollars for you. Here's some clothes, this and that. That's how you breathe back in the community, make people feel good. Or you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I got two of my homeboys. I'm gonna set up a chair right here, the chair over here, and I'm gonna do
Mm-hmm.
haircuts for 2 hours. I'm gonna pay my homeboys 2 hours to do. He do 25 heads. He do 25 heads. We gonna do that every other 3 weeks or every other month, every 2 months or something. We're gonna have the two
Mm-hmm.
barbers come out here and cut about 25 people here.
Mm-hmm.
It
That's a
don't
fact,
take
huh?
nothing to do that. It don't take nothing to do that.
Mm-mm.
But dudes
Nope.
don't want to do that. Dudes want to get in front of these cameras. You know what I'm
Yup.
saying? And it's sick and tired. But nah, baby. Nah, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That ship gonna sink, baby. That ship gonna
Yeah.
sink, baby. And I don't even gotta be the person that ship got to sink
Yep.
because it's suppressing our people and it is making our people feel it's like the mob. You gotta go to this guy to kiss the ring. No,
Yeah. Yeah. It's
no.
crazy. It's crazy.
Mm-mm,
It's crazy,
mm-mm.
huh? And that's what I don't like. Like they want some mafioso type mentality. Like we going keep the money, and we whoever is selected to be the next nigga, to be the next dawn of the black community, that's who gonna be in power. Like
Yeah, because we
it's a
gonna select
selection.
him.
Yeah.
We gonna select him because if we tell him to
Yeah.
shut up, he gonna shut up. They know they can't tell me shut up. Nobody, no
Yeah.
company, no corporation, no
Mm-hmm.
organization. They know that
Mm-hmm.
any organization that I ever left is
Mm-hmm.
because you ain't gonna tell me how to speak to my people. You're not gonna
Mm-hmm.
program me how to speak to my people. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I remember my
Mm-hmm.
son was working a job in the bank
Mm-hmm.
and he had an issue because he say grand rising. He don't say good morning. Those people had an issue. So I
Mm-hmm.
sent them people a nice letter like, what we doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's part of his religion.
Yep.
Do you want me to file a 1974 discrimination on you, civil rights discrimination?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's his First Amendment. That's his religion. That's freedom of
Uh-huh.
speech.
Mm-hmm.
He don't have to say good morning. He's pleasant. He say grand rising. How you
Mm-hmm.
doing?
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, now, when you got purpose, people can't just give you a script and program you gonna go at it.
That's
Nah.
right. That's right.
If I'm not in nobody movie, I'm not following nobody's script that I think that's detrimental to our people and to our culture. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No, that's a fact, because like every time I hear my son, because we gonna call him my son.
Yeah,
And
my son.
every time we hear him talk, it's like he try to like program what it is, and like they knew he was gonna be like you said, he was gonna be the one they was gonna select because he's with the go along, get along gang.
Yeah, yeah,
That's why he's in Mondani's administration. Cause he's with the
yeah.
go along, get along gang. He not gonna tell Mondani nothing or any of them power brokers in the Democrat Party. Because if he
Mm.
say anything, they're gonna shut him and Tamika Mari down,
Yeah,
and
they
they
gonna
gonna
pull a
make sure
plug.
they gonna
They
pull the
gonna pull a
plug.
plug.
And they'll do him like they did Eric Adams, because they pulled the
Yep,
plug on Adams. Adams thought he
yep,
was bigger than the program. They shut him all the way down,
yeah,
to the point he had to come to Uncle Trump, and Uncle Trump had to help him out because he
yeah,
knew that the Democrat Party wasn't checking for him no more. They was
yeah,
getting ready to put his ass in jail. So this is
yeah.
what happens if you speak against them. They're gonna put your ass in jail, or they're gonna kick you out the way. So he tread lightly. That's why they got him as the next second coming of that movement. They not trying to put an Erica Ford in that position. You know what I'm
Nah.
saying? They not trying to
Salute,
put.
salute to Erica Ford. I awarded her a few years ago the Madeline Carey Award, which is my late
Mm-hmm.
great grandmother for all the outstanding work that she's doing out there in Queens. I had awarded of Erica Ford because I looked and seen all of the great work that Erica Ford was doing, and I wanted to honor her with that award during Women's History Month. See, this is the stuff
Mm-hmm.
that I do.
Yep.
This is what I do. Give
Mm-hmm.
awards to women like Maria Davis. I gave her
Mm-hmm.
award for Women's History Month, Malin Cherry Award for the outstanding
Mm-hmm.
work that she contribute in the hip hop realm, in the hip hop
Mm-hmm.
community. Malika
Mm-hmm.
Muhammad gave her award.
Mm-hmm.
Gloria Villone from the East Side, Spanish Harlem. April Leon in Coney Island, who
Mm-hmm.
opened up her own school called
Mm-hmm.
Sankofa Liberation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
this is what
Mm-hmm.
I've done to women all around the borough. What you
Yep.
do, my son? I got receipts. What you
Fact.
do?
Fact. 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 He ain't did nothing. He can't say what he did because he ain't do
You're not
nothing.
honoring nobody outside of your community or in your community. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not waiting
Mm-hmm.
for NAACP to award Maria Davis or Erica Ford. I'm not waiting for BET to award those sisters.
Yep.
I'm not waiting for none of them. I'm not waiting for your favorite rapper to
Mm-hmm.
award those wonderful women that's on the boots on the ground that have been fighting for our people. That have been trying to breathe
Mm-hmm.
life back into these babies. That's educating them and all of that. Because if I see
Mm-hmm.
it, you should be able to see it too and say, you know what? I got 5,000 coming in, 10,000. Let me put 2,000 to the side for these sisters right here.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't doing none of that because you want to be
Mm-hmm.
you want to look like a rapper.
Yep.
You want to go to the all white party.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
Mm-hmm.
you want to do
Mm-hmm.
instead of bringing the all white party to your project or to your block.
Yeah.
Go
Mm-hmm.
to 140th Street and ask them who brought Wesley Snipes in there doing his prime. A
Facts.
demolition man who
Fact.
walked Wesley Snipes all the way from my block to Sylvia's restaurant. No security, none of that. Me.
Yep.
like
Yep.
like 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 come on, y'all dudes want to be that one. You are
Yep.
you gotta be it. Nobody can just say you that one. You got to know that you
Mm.
that one.
And they respect and what they respect on all these people that my son be revering these celebrities. They all know accolades and they all respect him. They all revere him because they know he the truth. They know he the
Ne-
truth. They know he ain't
Never
gonna bullshit.
compromise. Never
Yeah.
compromise. I never compromise. My
Facts.
soul ain't never even been on the auction block to be sold. Okay,
Facts.
so that's
Facts.
not even. It never even been on the block to be sold because when Master come around, they be like, not home with the Yankee fitted. No, 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 no. Right there, the one with the big nose. That's the one we
Yeah.
want. Put him on the
Yeah.
block.
Yeah.
Sold to the highest bidder of $30. Mysonne linen. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
They know
That's
who to
a
put on
fact.
that block. They ain't gonna put me up there because they know you gonna take him back to the rest of these slaves, and he gonna revoke. He
Yep.
gonna revoke like
Yep.
Diddy television station. He gonna revoke. So we not
Facts.
going. We gonna give him. We gonna let him stay over here. We gonna invite him
Yep.
to a couple of things. But if he get too crazy, turn his microphone off.
Facts. Facts. And they know that, huh? And they know that. And that's why when they see a real person, they try to shut it down. They try to blackball. They try to gatekeep. They do all type of lies and slander. Oh, they selling
Hmm.
out and all that because they don't want the people to wake up and see the truth. They don't want to show the people that that dude's a fraud right there. And I want you to spot him. He want to talk about the rats and the snitches, and I'm keeping the snitches away. Well, we keeping the people away from you frauds
Exactly.
and you dudes that's gatekeeping the culture. You dudes that's out here selling the people poison and then want to be out here talking about we gangster but woke though, or I never sold my soul. My soul is not for sale and all that nonsense. When
You a
you wouldn't even put that in your vocabulary if it wasn't for sale.
Yeah, you a suppressor.
Mm-hmm.
The old person got you on that phone and said, "Listen, I'm gonna move you up to the position of a suppressor."
Mm-hmm.
You were smiling. You couldn't wait for that. What's the
Mm-hmm.
description? The
Mm-hmm.
description, you're gonna be able to go to the all white party.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna give you some interviews on CNBC, and
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna give you some photo ops. and Rock
Yeah.
Nation. You know
You
what I'm
get to be on
saying?
that gold couch. You get to
You
be on
get to
that
be,
gold
you
couch.
get to be on the gold couch, but you know we we want you smiling. Don't smile too much because your big ass lips gonna be all in the camera. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. And we'll get you a deal with Charlemagne the God.
Yeah, yeah.
Get you a bag with Charlemagne.
Charlemagne the God is gonna give you and Tamika the bag.
Yeah, yeah.
You now officially selected as the oppressor for
Yep,
the suppressor for the oppressor.
yep, yep. And he know that, and that's why like I said, man, the days of the Jedi is over with, man. The Jedi mind tricks is over with. It's
Yeah,
no more of that, man. Y'all been playing this game too long. Y'all been out here capping to the people like y'all the truth, but y'all don't got the groundwork. Y'all
yeah.
don't got
Get
the
it.
footwork.
Let's bring the receipt.
Yeah.
You in Tamika. I don't give a damn if Beyonce rapped about you or sung about your name, whatever. She's an
Mm-hmm.
entertainer. Malcolm X already told us about the entertainers. We don't look
Yep.
at the entertainers as leaders in our community. They are
Mm-mm.
jesters. They are
Facts.
jesters in our community. They make people laugh, dance, and that's it.
Yep.
So you got to do more than that to have, because she mentioned your name in a song.
Mm-hmm.
What is she doing in her community or for her community? When the last time
Nothing.
you seen her out contributing to young children or mothers or sisters or families? So
Mm-hmm.
you miss me with the Beyonce cosign. I don't care about none of that. And none of the
Yep.
people I'm associated with or affiliated with, we don't care about none of that. Do we love
Nope.
Beyonce music? Yes, we do love her music.
Uh-huh.
But do we care
Uh-huh.
about the cosign and the song? And no, we don't care about none
Uh,
of that.
and we damn sure don't care about the Jay-Z cosign either. We
Yeah, we don't
definitely
care
don't
about none
care
of that
about
stuff.
they don't care about that either. Like, dude, be trying to act like because you been in pictures with Jay and Hov and shit, and Lenny Yes and all them dudes up there in Rock Nation is your people. We don't care about that, bro. What is Jay-Z doing for Marcy? He ain't did nothing yet for Marcy. He don't come through Marcy and help. It's people dying every day. In fact, that little shorty that lost her life, that 7-month-old baby, the shooters came from his projects, Marcy projects.
Mm.
So it's unrest in Marcy projects and Bushwick houses and Tompkins houses and Sumner houses. These are the areas that Jay-Z come from, and he don't even speak about the problems that going on in his own neighborhood.
Yeah,
So why
yeah,
we care about
because
what he talking about?
he was selected to bring the Brooklyn Nets there to raise the property value up over
Mm-hmm.
there in Fort Greene and everything.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
And look, and I'm glad you said that. And right now, just yesterday, somebody sent me a video. A sister lost her house,
yeah,
got
she
kicked
been
out of her
fight. Yeah,
house.
she was fighting. People came. She didn't get kicked out. They've been trying to get her out of her home and
Yeah.
everything, and they've been fighting with her for her to keep it. They didn't have mad police out there and everything. And this is
Yep.
the type of stuff there. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
And it
Uh,
all came from, like you said, it all came from old boy with this Barclays, gentrified that
mhm,
community, pushed all those people out, those black people that been there for years and years and years,
yeah.
decades, that had all those brownstones, pushed them out so these white people could come there and do what they do, push them out their homes, trying to lock them out, put them in jail, call the police. And
Mhm,
this is what is happening because people so much it's the worshiping culture. We all bringing something to Brooklyn. Brooklyn go have something that's gonna change Brooklyn. Brooklyn gonna clean up. But we wasn't in the picture when they was getting that Barclays. That was the end result to push us out the community so they could
yeah.
change up Brooklyn. So Brooklyn could be for all these people that was living in Manhattan or living somewhere out the state that's now coming to want to live the New York life because they see it in the movies. And now we could gentrify Brooklyn because now we not in fear no more because we got the police protection now. And now we could push these people out that been here years and years and years because we have a Barclays Center that's bringing the revenue and they don't want to see us in there. And why? because we had a sellout rapper that we glorify, say he's the king of New York, he's the greatest rapper of all time, and he's the best rapper that said we done past kneeling. He already showed you who team he worked for when he could sell his own people out, and that's his borough. He sold his people out. He ain't once made a video, and this video is going viral of the sister being arrested at her home. He has, and I know he could see it, and his people could see it.
Uh-huh.
They ain't once made a video of Bleak or none of them saying, you know what, yo, that's fucked up. A Mano, let's call them out. They ain't make a video and say, yo, that's messed up what they do to that city. They could talk all that goofy shit, but talk about the sister that got arrested at home that's getting pushed out. Y'all from Brooklyn. Defend
They
y'all
not
borough,
they
man.
they not gonna do that. They only connect themselves with
Mm-hmm.
ignorance. If somebody was on video getting busy from Brooklyn, knocking somebody out, they
Yep.
like, yeah, we told you, Brooklyn, we get down and this and that.
Yep.
They not gonna cover stuff like that. I don't care if
Yep.
something happened in El Barrio, what some people may call Spanish Harlem.
Yep.
I'm gonna voice my opinion because that is
Facts.
part of my community, just like 8th, 7th for Lennox Avenue, or just
Yep.
like Sugar Hill. That's just me. Why? Because I
Mm-hmm.
have the intelligence. If somebody say okay and push back and say, so why do you feel this way or why you think this way? I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
These guys can't do that. They only run
Mm-hmm.
on sensation, what feels
Yep.
good, what sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh man, damn, yo. Oh, damn, yo. Damn, yo. Damn, yo. They always do this bullshit, yo. When we get to this vote, when we get to this minute, they let us rock, then they do that. Yo, that's fucked up, yo. Yo, that's fucked up, yo. Damn. Oh, you there? You there? Oh, yeah, that's some bullshit, man. That. Yo, they really, this is what I'm saying, man. They don't want this information out there. Y'all see, when we come with positive information and we talking to the community, this is what they do. This is what they do. When you talk that nigga shit, they let it rock. They ain't messing with your mics, they ain't messing with your audio, they ain't messing with. But when you start talking the real to your community, this is what they do, man. That we having a good conversation and I think back on it. Oh, you there?
Yeah, man. My son
Hey,
had called me, man.
think kind of.
You hear me
Let me
now?
take the other one out. Hold on.
You hear me now?
Damn, damn.
You can hear me?
I can hear you now. Yo, that's some bullshit, man. That is
Yeah.
some
It's
bullshit,
all
yo.
good. It's all good.
That's what they do. That's what I was saying. Once you start talking like this, they sabotage your audio, messing with cameras. If we was talking some nigga shit, they'd have let it rock,
Yeah, it's all good. But
Yeah.
okay. What was the last statement I was making?
We was talking about
The
sensationalism
sister,
with the, yeah,
yeah,
with the
yeah.
rappers.
But that's what these guys, like I said, they don't understand business and worth. Like dudes, like even with those brothers renting the studio to do their podcast
Mm-hmm.
for that price that y'all doing, y'all can go somewhere and get a place and fix up the studio and have the studio
Mm-hmm.
at $3,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? You there?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm here,
okay, yeah. They can
Yeah.
they can go to New Jersey or Queens or somewhere and rent a place, a five or two. I mean, not a five, but a 3 bedroom place. A nice, maybe in a low income area, whatever,
Yeah.
and turn it
Like
into a
Camden,
studio.
Camden, like my man's, he was trying to get me to go out there to Camden. He said,
Mhm.
like Camden, you could get a spot out there and build it up, rent it out, and make it into a studio. It's places like you said,
Yeah.
that you can do that.
Because
These
you're
dudes,
only using it for a studio. That's all you're using it for.
yeah. And like these dudes is complaining about the thing with the landlord. Y'all wouldn't have that problem if y'all say y'all got the bread if y'all wasn't being cheap. Dudes being cheap because they want to act like they got the bag, and then when it comes time to do business, they don't want to do business. So you can't get mad when somebody said, "Yo, we want you out the studio because you ain't paying the bills." Come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't even been written from that guy, whatever. You should have went and got your own joint somewhere and you could be renting your own joint. See, and that's what I'm talking about. If I got four people and these four people are successful like me, I'm gonna say everybody put up 10,000 and then we're
Yep.
gonna go to the bank and get a loan. All the bank gonna do is want you to pay them back. The bank ain't gonna keep coming to your joint, locking your doors, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
If your bills is 4,000 a month and you pay the bank 3,000, 3,900, the bank is like, cool, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They being paid. Your interest rates may be a little messed up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not paying what you're supposed to pay on time. But that's better
Yeah.
than you being evicted. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So I mean,
Facts.
it's a whole bunch of things that people could do, but people only see the dollar and not understanding that it's a lot of ways that you're gonna have to take to manage your business or your property because you
Yeah.
don't want to go into the red. You know what I'm saying? You want to always take care of your bills so you can accumulate the equity in your property.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's so true. That's so true. And that's why I said, like, and we gonna be having this dialogue about the financial literacy because that's the problem. Financial literacy need to be taught. And I think a lot of times when these dudes be talking, they talk so much about the flossing, but they don't got the businesses to show. They don't got the properties to show.
No,
And then they get mad with the South brothers. They want to always diss the South brothers, but the South brothers got their business in order. You know what I'm saying? They not worrying about nobody kicking about their studio because they got their studios in their crib or they own the studio. So they know what they doing.
but like I said, it goes back to your leadership. It goes back to your pops. It goes back to your family. If you look
Hmm.
at all of the property that young Dolph had, you looked at the property that Yo Gotti had, Black Youngster. A lot of these dudes come from seeing their grandfather own property and their uncle own property. Like my
Hmm.
homeboy, he took me to Alabama. He owned property, but his pops owned property. His pops flipped stuff. He refixes it and he flips it and sells it. You know what I'm saying? He sells it and flips it. So
Hmm.
that's what they see. We see dudes up north, see dudes flipping birds and bricks and O's and stuff like that. So they
Uh-huh.
wasn't used to seeing property. If you wasn't born in the early '70s or something like that or '60s and seeing,
Hmm.
the hustlers from back then buying brownstones and bars and
Hmm.
laundromats and barbershops
Hmm.
they knew to get property. Property meant so much to them. Why?
Hmm.
Because they came from South Carolina, they came from North
Yep.
Carolina, they came
Yep.
from Virginia, they came from Oklahoma. And that's what
Yep.
our family did in the South. The most
Yep.
important thing was property.
Property.
not
Yep.
not the little trinkets as cars and all of that type that devalue when you take it off the lot. It's property.
Yep.
Look at little Boosie. People can say whatever.
Yeah.
Boosie got property. He got
Yep.
his house, he got guest house, he got his children house, he got land, he
Yep.
built on it, and then
Yep.
he have a lake there where he farming
Hmm.
his own fish. He had them
Yep.
put all the fish in it. So that's
Yep.
what people are doing in the South. They
Yep.
like they like it only takes 15,000 or 7,000 for these let's say 4 acres,
Hmm.
and then it takes another 200,000 to build a house from ground up on here. That's a no brainer. So you spend about 350,000. You own the land and you own the house. So that is your
Hmm.
private property. But if you don't
Right.
own the land and you build a house on it, a person is going to be he going to be finding you. He's waiting for you not to pay your mortgage so he can take it and put a lien on it. Like it's so many stuff that we're not
Hmm.
being taught or we have not been taught because of the
Hmm.
leadership we have a place before us, or either the men or the males around us that's not men. So that's why it's important for us to restore the Let's Make Men to go on this tour.
Yeah, yeah, that's a fact, and that's why, like you said, like when we get the brothers like Keith Wallace, we get the brothers like Charleston White, brothers like brothers like Big Homie CC, brothers like Charleston White, brothers like OG Shabazz and Wallow, and me and you. that right there is a great tool where basically it just shows that we going around, we talking to everybody, we showing them the game, and we giving them the game, and we showing them a better way, you know.
Uh-huh.
And whereas these other dudes that's talking, they not doing that. They talking, they putting out wishful thoughts, and they ain't applying it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They could rile up and get the culture, but the people is like, okay, you saying this, but we hungry for it, and you ain't giving us no type of backup how we gonna link up or how we gonna do this, where we gonna meet up, because like you said, they not educated on that, and they
yeah,
not gonna really do that. That's just to go out there to tell anybody anything to get the people riled up. But when the
yeah,
people really see it, and they really see it, and people really understand it, and then they really look at it and say, wow, nah, that right there is official.
yeah.
OG Gotti said it right there on Gotti show that, yo, we gonna do this and this is what it's gonna be, and he showed it. These other dudes, they just talking, and then next minute they talking about something else. They talking about, oh, get the tickets for the party. Come on, man. That's
Mm-hmm.
why that's why I say, man, you old dog or you Sharif. You know, you can't one minute put the energy out there that you want brothers to come and unite, and then next minute you talk about get your tickets and come to my party. Come on, man.
Yeah. And he should use that same energy for people to come into his community, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, and help restore his community where all of that violence is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like A Boogie and them don't look up to you.
Nope.
K Flocka don't look up to you.
Nope.
D
D
thing
thing.
don't look up to you. None of these young boys look up to you. You should have made it that your business to become their mentor.
Yep.
Because trust me, if I was in the city, I would have been right up in River Park Towers because I got family over there, and
Yep.
I would have put Shorty under my wing.
Yep.
My son, you know, not my well, my real son, not you, my son, you my other son, but my real son knows flocking them people and this and that. So I could have
Mm.
got them on the horn like, yo, I'm coming through, whoop de whoop, la la la. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And so just stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, that these youth can look at like, yo, I remember when we were young, I used to go to Max B class and Mr. Dorsey class and teach
Mm-hmm.
poetry in there. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Charlie C. I used to have Charlie C come in Johnson and record in the studio. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
him and the other little young boys from Johnson and Jefferson and First Avenue and all that and Third Avenue and stop the beef and the war. That's what I did to them young boys over there. So
Mm-hmm.
anywhere I go, I make it my business to put my fingerprints on these young boys and transform them into being men.
Yep.
So if
Yep.
they do make mistakes, if they do throw bricks at the penitentiary and this and that, they're gonna say, yo, man, regardless, whatever it is, Gotti came to my school, man. He talked to me. Gotti came here. He tried to contribute to my well being. I was hard headed. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
guess what?
Mm-hmm.
Now they still becomes a testimony because they know I didn't lie to them. I didn't tell them this how it's gonna be. I told you after a while your friends was gonna stop writing you. People were gonna
Yep.
stop visiting you. Niggas gonna
Yep.
try to holler at your girlfriend or your wife or whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because the street doesn't change.
Yep.
It doesn't. It's the same old thing, recycled over and over and over again. The same stories. Friends betraying friends and same story. Dudes tricked this homeboy and going to jail or told on it. It's the same stories. That's why it's easy to
Yep.
write and direct them and people to relate to them
Yep.
because it's in every community in America.
Yep, yep, yep. And you see it every day. I was just looking at a story where, the dude, killed his childhood friend and basically over money and jealousy and greed. This is what it's the same old cycle. So it's like, come on, man. You gotta, like you said, you gotta redirect. You can't be up here talking about, oh yeah, my comrades. I'm standing up for my comrades and telling them about the snitches. Like, come on, bro. Like, like, what are you telling them? You ain't gonna tell them about the killers. You ain't gonna tell them about the killer snakes that's out there. That's turning
Mhm.
on their people.
Mhm.
that's out there sleeping with homie baby mother and with his wife and out here violating, robbing and stealing from him, and he don't know he robbing and stealing from him. You ain't gonna tell him about that, but you gonna tell him about the snitch. Come on, man. What's the difference?
Mhm. Well, it's about that time. We've been on for an
I
hour
I
straight. But yo, anything else you want to talk about before we go a breakdown?
yeah,
And yo, make
yeah.
sure y'all subscribe and follow me on YouTube at Big
Big
Eagle Talk.
Eagle Talk. Fact.
Yeah,
Go subscribe to Big Eagle Talk. I'm gonna definitely after this live is over, I'm gonna put that in the comments.
and
So
don't
when
forget to
y'all
follow me also on TikTok at Big Eagle Talk and on Instagram at Green Team Inc. INC.
facts. Definitely follow. And we want y'all to support. We will be back, Monday, because I'm gonna be out of town. So I'm gonna be back Monday with this cloth talk. We gonna me and Uncle gonna do it, and we gonna definitely have the same conversation about community, financial literacy, business, the music industry, whatever y'all want to hear us talk about. And if y'all want to even come up here and talk with us, you can come chop it up with us because we want people to understand that this is about coming to the table. Cloth Talk is about coming to the table so we can have solutions. A lot of these people come out here, they just making up stuff, but they ain't got solutions. They don't got the actions. You could say you can make up a word puzzle every day, but what is the solutions after the word puzzles? How you gonna solve them?
Mhm.
And nobody has solved the problems yet because they all just talking. And when you talk, the people gonna call you out and pull you to the table and be like, "Yo, all right, we hear what you're saying, but what's the solution? What you gonna do for us? What is you gonna provide for us?" And none of these dudes got the answers and they ain't providing anything. They just talking, and that's what cloth talk is different. We not just talking, we providing and we showing you that we coming with something new. We bringing something to the table that's gonna be different and that's gonna regenerate a new energy, and it's going to be a new type of program, and you're going to see a new type of leadership.
Yeah, and what he's saying, it's basically not to cut his wisdom. It's really not nothing new. This everything has already been here. We already had great, powerful leaders and this and that. It's just about just men from the same cloth coming together that understand the purpose that our young males are facing out there. Being misled and misguided, thinking that this type of gangsterism is how you should be or how you supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? When that's not. There's many walks in life that you can choose because anybody that's leading you to that rope is leading you to a death style, leading you to an incarceration or imprisonment. You know what I'm saying? So people that will be coming on Cloth Talk will be giving you insight, whether they've done prison time or whether they're a doctor, whether they're a criminal justice attorney, or whether they're a prosecutor. We welcome all people of all walks of life, but just coming to the table of bringing some solution and resolution. So that's what Cloth Talk is basically around. We want a solution conversation. I may not be the one to come to your community and do it, but we can have these conversations for you to do it. If you are the leader in your community and you are recognized as a pillar of your community that people love and respect and like and appreciation, then I can give you a program to run structurally in your program in your community for it to transform into something better and not something worse.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what I've been saying. That's what we need, and that's what cloth talk is about, man. So I just want to tell y'all salute. Thank y'all for coming through, stopping by. Make sure y'all follow the channel, support, and make sure y'all follow on. Like I said, Big Eagle Talk. Make sure y'all go subscribe and go follow Uncle on TikTok, Big Eagle Talk on TikTok, and go follow him on Instagram, Green Team Incorporated, INC, Big Green
Yeah.
Team INC.
And if
Go
there's any
follow.
programs, and if there's any programs out there that would like me to come to the program, you can email me at Cherry Dreams Inc. That's Cherrydreamsinc at gmail com. If you like to contribute to the mission and purpose, my cash app is Strong Minded Men.
I heard it here, so y'all already know what it is. Y'all want to support, keep supporting. And like I said, man, we're gonna keep doing this and we're gonna keep giving y'all the information, man. So y'all have a blessed one. Enjoy the rest of y'all week and the rest of y'all day. And we will be back Monday to continue this cloth talk.
My son, come on, my son, my son.
Well, son.